Howdy folks, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Hearts of Iron number 4. Currently we're playing as South Africa, so let's load that game and see where we... So, my delay game is loading. There we go. We've got a fairly substantial part of the African continent, at least from the south side up, that we've taken already over. We've of course still got the Portuguese here. Got part of Belgium over here. And we're encountering some resistance here, but not too massively. So we're actually moving some of my units already into these particular provinces, as you'll see. We've still got far more units that are moving in to support us there. And maybe we just want to basically whittle this down a little bit. To basically allow for that extra little bit that we need to basically get through, to come through as well. Yeah, that unit is pulling back already, so it's great if we actually get a chance in a second to move into here. As you can see, we're still fighting over here a little bit, but that's a Dutch unit under Berend Kraak, who basically has moved into there, I guess, to defend that particular province there. Is that Free France? It does look like it, doesn't it? So if we can kind of create a single front line here, that would be great. Create a little bit of Italy here again, because of course our liberating of that piece of Italy. It's a great bit of work then. Now the the Greek unit here that's maintaining or defending that bit of land is of course suffering morale losses, which is good. I'm just making sure I got orders for these units here. Right, making sure I get, again, movements that I can actually set up for these guys here. Perfect. Now they're pulling back even further and further, it looks like. That's being attacked. We're being attacked here as well ourselves. Looks like they're still moving some units back into here. This one should be a relatively quick battle to win. Is it a Free French unit? It does look like it, doesn't it? Interesting. We're currently on extensive subscription, or sorry, extensive conscription, I should say. So I've increased the recruitable population already, as you can see. What else can I actually do in here? Alright, let's choose something that we can do. Ship designer, so naval research can be reduced. I think most of the things I really need is basically, of course, infantry equipment. So research time for that can be reduced. Looks like we're being attacked here in not just one province, but in multiple provinces here. That's the full length of that province, it looks like. That is a Venezuelan unit that is coming in to support us. We're still training various different units, as you'll see. Got more tanks that are en route here, and I should be able to get this one here pretty much now. Okay, and as you can see, I got that unit here at my disposal. I can assign them to this front here. I should be able to send them straight up to the front lines up here. Let's have them use the infrastructure to get straight up there. Now, one of these units here, I'd love to be able to move further up north. Let's pick a couple of these units here at the same time. To make this a significantly more unified war battle, however you want to name it. What is this? Start land lease request from Siamese Empire. This request will expire. The Siamese Empire wants to provide 258 of infantry equipment number 1 on a monthly basis. 11 convoys required for that. Yeah, I'm quite happy to accept those. Thank you. It's a very, very generous offer. Helps, of course, in terms of reinforcing the various different battalions. Let's reinforce that attack there. There's a lot more units here, as you can see. See, that one's actually getting attacked from 2 fronts, which is good. That one's getting attacked from multiple fronts as well. Looks to be going well. Anything else we need to do here? Okay, that province is being dealt with. There as well. Let's send 1 extra unit into there. As you can see, they're really, really low in terms of manpower. The morale might be relatively high, but in terms of manpower, they're very, very, very low on manpower. Which of course should mean that they'll be relatively easy win. Okay, let's not do that. That would be a bit suicidal, it looks like. I thought there was another province here, but there turned out not to be. Interesting. Here there is a British unit, very, very low on morale. There is another unit, the Greek unit that we were talking about earlier. Alright, let's move into here. Alright, I've got a unit here as well. I should be able to move this one along a relatively straight line towards that port city. Okay. Call to arms from the German Reich wants us to help in their war effort. Allies, Italy, National, South Africa, Slovakia. So, okay, those are the allies that we're basically working with. And then the enemies are United Kingdom. I'm pretty sure I'm already at war with them, but let me just check my politics here. If I check my own politics, who am I fighting with at the moment? We're fighting an offensive war. Okay, let's get into that. Shouldn't make any difference. It's the same. Still looks to be the same war as we were in earlier. Okay. Now, am I going to win this? Based on morale, I would say yes. And there is a Dutch unit there as well. Give that one orders, I've given that one orders. Good. So are the Germans moving units into here? It does look like it, doesn't it? Alright, that one's moving strategically. Alright, I thought that this was going pretty well, but they're all, of course, low in supplies, which should help us out quite nicely. port city there. And of course there we got the city of, is that Brazzaville? Brazzaville, and here I've got Leopoldville. Still making some progress here, which is good. I'm defending quite nicely here as well, which is good. Kayart versus George Edwin Brink, and George Edwin Brink is still learning traits, which is good. Gives us the initiative as well. Make this even better. Alright, attrition 18% for those guys, which looks to be pretty good. Alright, these guys will withdraw in just a minute. And they're counter-attacking here. Not too successfully, I would assume, given their low numbers. This is going back and forth a little bit, isn't it? How many days is this estimated to still last? Another 30 days. Alright, what have we done here? We were able to destroy some free French convoys. There's a Japanese, look at that, Japanese carriers over here. That's interesting. Not even sure why we would have a carrier over here, but yeah. There's the Seychelles, which is of course an island in the Pacific here. Let's keep on looking at, of course, the land combat that we got going on in here. How are we doing in terms of the focus? Another 7 days. In terms of research, we are doing pretty well as well. Numerous projects ongoing, as you can see. Alright, so do I need to send an extra unit there? I guess it would never hurt to basically send an extra unit there. Alright, pincer movement. These are all French units, it looks like. Alphonse Georges. Relatively low in terms of organization, which is a representation of morale, but also relatively low in terms of strength of the units. Is coming over quite nicely as well. Can I just attack with a single unit? Looks to be possible. Let's see how we go with that. Of course, they're trying their utmost to basically push me back. There we go. That was one of the ones I was waiting for. Support Axis interests. A king of our people. What does that give me? Division recovery rate is increased, division organization increased, as well as of course national unity increased. Okay, what else can we do here? Mutual exclusive with outlawed strikes. So police windhook. It's one of the two options here. What does this do? Gain national spirit, cheap labor, which grants factory output increase, dockyards increase, recruitable population factor -5. To further guarantee work for the Afrikaner population, we must limit the settlements of black South Africans within the cities. Only those with a long history of the municipalities will have residency rights. Okay. I think I want to go for this one here. Expand the Cape Cores. That one I cannot do because I'm no longer a member of the Commonwealth. That'll give me. Okay, what else have we got at our disposal here? done that infantry there already. Naval bombers, Desert Air Force. Good question. I probably want to go for both of these here anyways. Go for this one first. Let's take it from there. Alright, making sure I've got sufficient personnel going that way. Perfect. So my troops are about to move over. Look at that. That unit is suffering, of course, losses in terms of organization, but the fact that he's reinforced by his friends should help quite substantially as well. Let's take on these guys here. Let's take these guys here on as well. Push them back as far as we can. Particularly in terms of strength, these guys are weak. That should help us quite substantially. Am I attacking currently? It doesn't look... Ah, they are attacking... Are they attacking me instead? Am I defending here? I'm not quite sure. Oh, no, actually it looks like that one's attacking, but that's the Venezuelan unit. I'm not quite sure why that was the case, but we destroyed some Australians. There's some Russian submarines, as you can see. Norway has capitulated. That's great news, of course, particularly from our perspective, because that is one of the allies, so to speak. Alright, let's use this unit here to maybe reinforce the attack of that province there. So again, they are undersupplied. There is a motorized unit here, but he's relatively weak. Alright, let's move up against those other units there. In terms of logistics, how are we doing? We are down in terms of number of tanks. In terms of reinforcements, we need significantly more. In terms of construction, what are we doing here? We're building civilian factories, as you can see. In terms of production, I need to somehow push the production of the tanks up. I kind of hoped I would be able to get my hands on more factories through here somehow. What is wrong with this unit here? Not quite sure. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. But let's keep our units moving here anyways. Anyways, we are liberating here Italian units, which is good. Let's see if we can take this unit here on. Should be relatively easy because their organization is really, really low. In terms of actual resources, let's have a look at the resource map. There's rubber there. Now, am I still importing rubber? It would be a bit of a shame, isn't it, if I basically had, importing rubber and I'm also producing it. So we're exporting, we are producing. So it looks like in terms of rubber, I might be able to get away with not importing those 6. Yep, it frees up a civilian factory, which you can actually use for the production once again. So it actually does give me a bit of warning there. It's not massive, but it does give me some warning, which helps. Okay. We should be able to complete this attack here relatively quickly. Will we complete this? That's 6.0 and we stand at 22. Of course, then the hope is that we will get this done relatively quickly. Are they still being pressured by the Germans here? Is then the question. What do we got here? We got Italian units, and they're surrounding that one square where we got Americans, but they're not attacking it, which is a bit of a pity. Now this here is occupied by the British for some reason. And there's a little bit of German units over there. A small number of them, still. Nationalist Spain has got a section there. So there's a whole chunk in Africa particularly where we see things happening, but it's not really got much advancement or pushing forth of the front lines. And this one's going to fall out of the equation shortly. This unit here. So I'll tell that one to just rest up. Should make this all again a little bit easier. Okay, we're still attacking here. We should be pushing back this unit here relatively quickly. Perfect. 68%. That should be a really, well, relatively easy one at least. Okay, we're winning this one here. Good. As you can see, that nationalist South Africa is steadily pushing through into the Congo, taking control of the frontier. And they just got reinforced, it looks like. Let's stop that attack in that instance. Let's make sure I can retain this province here. So let my units dig in properly. Entrenchment is slowly increasing. And if I can somehow push them all the way back towards the sea there, that'd be great. Our organization is going down as well, as you can see. Sending one extra unit in to support us. Hopefully that's enough to basically push us over the edge. Over the edge in terms of taking that province from them. Okay. Let's reinforce that attack there. With some extra units. Should help out quite nicely. Right, what do we want to do here? It looks like I can actually take these provinces here. Take on that city there. And these guys here should be able to push into that French city. That is a French Somaliland. Free France. Should give me access to that port city there. And once I actually take control of that particular province there, that should again help me further as well. Alright, I'm going to basically create a new general here, and that new general will be a brand new recruited one, Coast Teron. brigade, isn't it? Combat strength. How many people are in here? Not sure. Template. Yeah, that's there's one here. I'll be assigned to that general. Let's actually take this general here. We can also take ownership of that. Well, actually, he's fine, I guess, as is. Let's call this the home defense. Of course, I need to make sure I got my caps lock not turned on. Perfect. Sweet. So we completed that unit here, which basically brings us to here. Infiltration assault. I'll go for this one here. 60 days. Relatively quick one. Again, I completed destruction of more units here. These are, I guess, are they Canadian? I'm not sure. Okay. Perfect. So these units here, they need to really come north here. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to push them all the way up here, I guess. In terms of strength, this is relatively low strength, which is part of what I was kind of aiming for. Being able to push them back further. Alright, I see I've got a civilian factory here under construction at the moment, as you can see. That is in this province called Uganda. This is Kenya, and Kenya is partly Italian and partly my own, which of course makes this nice. This section here, there is a, what does it look like? It's a military factory at the moment, but it's being, is it converted or it needs to be repaired, I guess. Let's get that clock up and running again. Alright, that is suffering from losses now. Lots more units are slowly moving into here as well. We completed a tank research. So that's the Cromwell, or is that the Valentine? We completed the Valentine, which is good. We're in 1941 at the moment. Let's pause the clock for a second. What can I do in 1941? I can actually go for the Bran carrier here. Or I can go for paratroopers. Now, do I need any of this? I think I want to basically go for these mountainous units here. Outdated equipment in production, which will be this one here. I'm going to go for the Valentine tank. But I want to increase its reliability here first. So this is the Valentine Mark 1. Okay. Let's get that clock running again. We're on low manpower now. So the next one after this one will have to be the one that basically gives me more manpower. Ah, now we got the Greek units here as well. Perfect. So we're slowly pushing them back here. Like I said, every bit a little bit helps when we're doing this over here. Another Greek unit we're pushing against, which is good. Alright, let's have a look what we can do here with this unit. Let's send these both up against that guy over north. Because of our strength and of course our organization, we should be able to overcome this guy quickly, even though he's got less in terms of skill level. But hopefully that helps him in advancing his skill level relatively quickly. China's capitulated, which is great. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. The Treaty of Yan'an paused. So China is able to make demands. We've got here a score of 17. Do we want to take ownership of anything? Can we basically say we want to take something? Can I take this province here, which is Hainan? Take Hainan. Is that already on the list? Hainan. It's not on the list there for some reason. Now we got 17 points, it says, isn't it? So we're gonna have to pass here. If you pass this round, others will be able to use their points to make demands, but you will gain 3 extra points to spend the next turn. Now I can't do anything with the number of points I've got at the moment. So again, I can basically, of course, gain more. I can pass again. But, yeah, still. Alright, that's done. Peace conference is over. Treaty of Hainan. Nanan. Japan took 14 states. People's Republic of China was annexed. Xibi Sanmai's Free States were puppeted, Yunnan Free Empire was puppeted, and reorganized National China was puppeted, and of course a lot of equipment was seized here. That's good. That's good. So if we look at these guys here, these guys are now part of Japan here, really. It's the coastline. So yeah, of course Japan being a naval country, the more coastline they get, the better for them. There's lots of fighting going on down here, and it looks like there's German units even down here. German tanks. Look at that. These are light tank type 3 that we got here. Interesting. Alright, let's go back to our home country and let's have a look at our own battles here. But then again, looking at the clock, it might be about time for us to call it a day in a second, so let's keep that in mind as well. We've got Greek units here. Lots of Dutch units here, as you can see. We still have all these units here as well at our disposal. Let's implement this attack here. Let's see what that will do for us. But as you can see, the thinner this piece of land becomes, the more concentrated their attacks would have to be able to do something there. Look at that though, that's a bit of a stronghold. If I look at my total number of units here, I got 30 infantry as well as, of course, reconnaissance units. Like I said, I guess for the time of the day, we should be really calling it a day. So I'd like to say thanks again for joining me. You hopefully enjoyed the expansion of our territory that we actually been able to gain here in this territory here. So we gained more of the Congo. We've liberated more of Italy here in this section here. And we're still slowly fighting our way towards the north and trying to gain access to these French province parts. So thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care, bye bye.